back and live. Currently on Mill Road. Let's try that again. I had a friend gave me a call, and I wasn't sure if it was going to end the live stream or continue the live stream. But here we go. So I'm on the highway now with the V60 cross country. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the video that's going out the next day or two, but whatever Volvo does in these seats, they have it just right. This one doesn't have all of the adjustment abilities that my V90 had. The V90 was like an Excellence or whatever the top tier is, but that one had the massage. It was like a 17-way bolster, and the leg extenders moved out, and blah blah blah. But everything else about this car has been pretty good. It drives like a lifted vehicle. You can get a little bit of body roll and sway in the turns. You feel it in the wind. But other than that, it's been really good, and I would consider this to be a new potential for me. I'm looking at something that has the real estate in the back for hauling stuff. I'm looking for the efficient gas mileage. I'm currently going 81 miles an hour and averaging 24.2 miles per gallon. It's an 8-speed automatic. It is all-wheel drive. I believe it's the turbo and the supercharged. I haven't really kept on top of how Volvo has updated their engine and drivetrain like I really should have. I don't know all the nomenclature like I used to either, but it is a great vehicle if this is something that you're looking for 5 seats and cargo. If you need 7, go with the XC90. I love them as well. It's one that I've looked at. I've taken 2 or 3 of them out of various trim levels, and I decent in the back. They are decent rear seats, but again, I'm one person. It's just me and my dog, and I don't really need room for that many buddies in the truck. So that's where I'm at with this one. It has a couple quirky features, to quote Doug DeMuro. The one that I really can't stand and I can't get it out of my mind is frost around where you're from in the States. It's got the electric weave line through the glass, and I didn't notice it for the first 6 or 8 hours I had the car, and then I noticed it, and now I can't unnotice it. And the entire windscreen is covered in it, not just a line up on top and a line on the bottom. And I don't know why it needs to be there. I know that on my mom had a 1996 Grand Caravan that had an electric windshield, and it was only a couple bars towards bottom out of the way to jumpstart the frosting, whereas this has the entire windshield. Somebody in one of my Volvo forums actually mentioned that when they ordered one of their vehicles, they specifically opted to not have the electric glass. Another one that I really can't stand, and I'm going to touch on this one in my video as well later, is the automatic start-stop. While, yes, it does help with my gas mileage overall, it's kind of jerky when it kicks back into place, and it's one where if you're paying attention to the light, as soon as that light turns green, you still need to wait for the motor to kick back on. So kind of strange there, but it's all about the economy and the overall gas mileage. The other couple things that I'm still not set on are the infotainment system. It takes a couple more steps to do some things, and other things are very quick. But it's still very easy and ergonomic to get to. I do wish it had a touchscreen, and the new V60, V90, XC60, and XC90, and S90 all have the new touch system, and that is much easier to work with and much more intuitive. The dial is easy to put an address into the map, let's say, but you still need to pay attention of what letter you're on when you're spinning the dial around the screen to follow things through. I kind of wish this one had the electronic trunk release. I had an XC60 last week that was pretty much fully loaded, had every little toy, and it was nice being able to pop the trunk. That one's kind of strange where you couldn't close the trunk from the remote. You actually had to manually close it, but you could electronically open it via the key fob or inside the vehicle. This one does not have it, and that's one of those things where my first car was a 1989 Dodge Grand Caravan, blue with wood paneling down the side, had a regular manual tailgate and a manual sliding door. But once you've had that electronic open, it's like, wow, how come I don't have it anymore? You almost get used to pushing that button, walking up and throwing your groceries in the back, and now you have to plan of it. Well, I'm either putting my stuff on the wet ground, or I'm gonna double everything up on the arm and hope for the best. Real quick, speaking of arms, Central Pennsylvania Blood Bank got my donation in today. It was a little bit longer than I would have liked to have waited to go, but being that I am positive, I believe, I try to get to the bank as often as I can, just to keep the supply up for everybody else, trying to help where and when I can. But back into the car world. This is one of those cars where it really offers everything that you need. It's got the real modern digital gauge cluster. It has a very ergonomic shifter. The seats are perfect. The sound system. This one doesn't have the center channel speaker above the infotainment screen. I thought that the higher audios had that. I could be wrong, and it could just be that Volvo has gotten away from them in this model vehicle. Even without having that center channel, the audio has been quite good. I've been streaming from my phone over the Bluetooth, not even using the USB system in the car. That's another one that various car manufacturers have been strange with. You can plug the car in with the USB, but it doesn't always recognize it the way you think it should be recognized. But it is what it is. We're so used to wanting everything that we have and expecting it to all work perfectly and flawlessly that we lose sight of what everything is about. And the fact that here it is 2018, I have all the stuff in the car around me, and I can keep going and not miss work while I'm stuck in traffic. This one has the built-in DVD player that will play through the infotainment screen. Will only work if the vehicle is under 4 miles an hour. Once you go past that 4 mile threshold, it will continue playing the audio of whatever you have going through. It does have a SIM card in the glove box. I believe it's on the AT&T network. You can also hook to your phone if you have tethering on your phone, and you can do it the other way around and set the vehicle up as a hotspot for mobile travel and stuff like that. The rear seat folds flat all the way. There are heated seats in the back, so they're planning for the guests as well. This specific one does not have air-conditioned seats or the massage seats like my V90 had, but it's a great ride. My back is loving it. My butt's loving it. There's good side bolstering right here. The lumbar support is very good, and it's good. The biggest issue I have, and part of it is just because I'm 5'3", and the way I like to sit in the car is Volvo has the high waistline to help with the safety. It increases the impact protection, but that means I'm either sitting with my arm up here on the armrest, not the armrest, on the door sill if my window is down, or down low on the proper door armrest. I like to have the window down when the weather's nice, and it almost pull my shoulder to the way I'd have to sit to do that. But it's one of those things I've gotten used to, being a small guy in a big world and driving the cars that are around me. I don't have that luxury of doing a bespoke build on the Swedish car and saying, okay guys, jump it up a little bit and bring that belt line down for me. But it is what it is. I really do, not to fanboy too hard, but I really do love Volvos as a whole. My first one was a 1992 940 Turbo that had just under 250,000 when she died and was retired. After that, I had a 92 Honda Accord with just under 400,000, and my current S40 is sitting at 189,000, and it's gonna run forever with the new Volvo warranty, with the lifetime coverage on new parts and lifetime coverage on the labor of those parts as well. So I really don't see me getting rid of that car at all. I love it. It loves me. I love the guys at the dealership, and I really love where Geely is taking Volvo as a corporation. From what I've seen and what I've been told, they are taking the company and letting the executives of Volvo run with it, and Geely and the Chinese firm is just saying, here's the money, we see what you're doing, we see where you're going with it, and giving them the free rein to do it, which I as a consumer appreciate that they're still leaving the Swedish in that amount of control there. I think I've really exhausted my what to say about this car here. I don't know all the specs. I can't tell you the horsepower. I think it's over 200. I can't tell you how many cubic feet are in the back. I can tell you it's a lot. Compared to my S40, it has just a little bit more square foot and significantly more cubic feet because, again, you have that wagon roof, not a trunk lid. But that's everything for now. So if this is your first time joining us, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that ding for the bell all the way to the right-hand side to get reminded and notified for future upcoming lives and other videos coming in. And make sure you comment down below with the next vehicle that you'd like to see me review. So, thanks so much.